This conference will now be recorded.
अद्य शुक्रवासरः अथवा गुरुवासरः अधिकस्मिन् शुद्ध प्रतिपदा दिनांक 18 सितंबर 2020 सहस्रयोगम कुष्मांडक रसायन शंखं चक्रं जलौकान् दधमृतघटं चारुदोर्भिश्चतुर्भिः सूक्ष्मस्वच्छातिहृद्यां शुकपरिविलसन् मौलिमं भोजनेत्रं कालाम्भोदोज्ज्वलाङ्गं कटितटविलसच्चारुपीताम्बराढ्यं वन्दे धन्वन्तरिन्दं निखिलगदवनप्रौढदावाहीनं प्रौढदावाग्निलीलम् ब्रह्मणो हि समारब्धा मात्रे आद्येषु पूजिताम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् आयुर्वेदरतं वन्दे माधवाख्यं महागुरुम् आयुर्वेदामृतं सर्वं शिष्येभ्यो यः प्रदत्तवान् द्रष्टाज्ञानी दृष्टकर्मा कृतकर्मा तथैव च अध्यापको विषक्श्रेष्ठो महान् संशोधकस्तथा गुणैरेतैः समुदितैः यत्कार्यं कृतनोति सः समृद्ध्यर्थं हि कार्यस्य वयं प्रयतामहे सरस्वत्यै नमो यस्याः प्रसादात् पुण्यकर्मभिः बुद्धिदर्पणसङ्क्रान्तं जगदध्यक्षमीक्षते आत्रेयं प्रथमं वन्दे आयुर्वेदजगद्गुरुम् आयुर्वेदामृतं सर्वं गृहीत्वा हि सुरेश्वरात् अग्निवेशादिकेभ्यो यत्प्रयच्छत् मुनिसत्तमः प्रथमं तन्त्रकर्तारम् अग्निवेशं नमाम्यहम्। कुष्मांड रसायन द्वितीय पाठ वितत्वगस्ति कुष्मांड तुलां स्मिन्नां पुनः पृच्छेत् घट्टेन सर्पिषः प्रस्थं क्षौद्रवर्गणे च चक्षिति। तर्हि वितत्वगस्ति कुष्मांड तुलां स्मिन्नां पुनः पचेत् सर्पिषः घट्टेन सर्पिषः प्रस्थे क्षौद्रवर्णे यदा तत् क्षौद्रवर्णं भवति तदा तत्तक्षित खण्डाच्छतं तर्हि खण्डशतं कर्णाशुण्ठ्योः द्विफलं जीरकात् कणाशुण्ठी द्विफलं जीरकापि द्विफलं त्रिजातधान्यमरीचं पृथगर्धफलांशकम् एतेषाम् अर्धफलांशं फलांशम् उपयुज्य अवतारितशीते च क्षौद्रं दद्यात् कृतादर्धमात्रया क्षौद्रः तदनन्तरं दातव्यः शीते सति खजेनोन्मत्स्य च स्थाप्यं निहन्तन्निहन्त्युपयोगितं कासहिद्मा ज्वरश्वास रक्तपित्तक्षतक्षयान् पुरस्सन्धानजननं मेधास्मृतिबलप्रदम् अश्विभ्यां विहितं वृद्धिं कुष्माण्डकरसायनं। तर्हि यथा मया उक्तं अस्मिन् काले यः जनपदध्वंसः प्रचलति कोविड-19 इत्यनेन एतदर्थमपि एतत् कुष्माण्डकरसायनम् उपयुक्तं स्यात्। कास हिग्मा ज्वर श्वास उरसन्धानजनन मेधास्मृतिबलप्रद तर्हि सर्वेषु अपि एतेषु विकारेषु इदम् उपयुक्तं भवेत् इति मे मतिः। So what I think in today's COVID situation, this might be an appropriate medicine to be taken, and this should be fine. And the Kushmandak Rasayana which is available in the market, that might be seen which variety is available, and this is Ashwini made combination. Vidanga Manipatra Guda Vidanga Sara Malakabhayanam Palam Palam Trini Palani Kumbhat Gudasya च द्वादशभागं एष जितात्मनाहं उपयुज्यमानः कुष्ठश्वित्रश्वास कासोदरार्शो मेहप्लीहग्रन्थि रुग्जन्तु गुल्मान् सिद्धं योगं प्राह यक्षोर्मुमुक्षोः भिक्षोः प्राणान् माणिभद्रः किलेमम्. So this is also available in Vagbhata, and it is available by the name Manibhadravalekha, not as Manibhadra Guda, but might be some company would be marketing it as Manibhadra Guda. Vidanga Sara Amalaka Abhaya, and Kumbha. Etesham palam palam and Kumbha is 3 pala. Guda dvadasha bhaga. And that's all. So we may have to prepare Gudapaka. Prepare leya with about Vidanga Sara. So Sara is not different. Vidanga Sara, Amalki, Abhaya. Kumbha is Tribhul. Okay, I was not remembering this. So this is quite simple. Kushta, Shvitra, Shvasa, Kasa, Udara, Arsha, Neha, Pleha, Granthi, Ruk, Jantu, Gulma. So Manivatra is the name of the Yaksha. And there was one bhikshu who was Mumurshu and who was asking for Pranaviksha. Then this Siddha Yoga was said by that Yaksha. That is the story behind this. So maybe this is available, and we try to use this. As I said, the Falashruti is quite wide. What is taken by Vedanga Sara as such? So that might be understood. Abhaya Amalaka and then Trivuru. So in Hindi it is Vedanga Bija, but I think if there is something to be taken as Vedanga seed without covering. So Vedanga Tandula, whether it is like that or Vedanga Tandula is still different. So may have to think about this. Available in granules from SDM Udupi as translated in Hindi book. Okay. So it is available in granule form by SDM. Particularly for Shvitra, this might be a good thing. There are, of course, many other diseases. And that way, the formulation is simple. It's not very complicated. So let us try to use this. Shatavari Guda. Shatavaryastu Munanam Adakam Swarasam Bhavet. Tavadikshwarasam Chev Pratastam Prayoje. Veshajanyavapet Tatra Madhuko Shiri Chandanam Madhuka Pushpam Shonakam Triyatam Jirakam Tata. Pustum Buroni Krishnaksha Dhatri Kushtam Padmakam. एतान्यर्धफलान्येव तत्त्वा मृद्भग्निना पचेत् यावद्दर्वी विलेपि स्यात् तदैनम् अवतारयेत् प्रातरुत्थाय लेह्योऽयं पश्चात् क्षीरेण भोजयेत् सर्वकृच्छ्रेषु मेहेषु रक्तपित्ते हलीमते. So Shatavari and Ikshurasa. So this is for Meha as well, Raktapitta, Halimata and Mutrakrusha. So quite surprising. मधुको औषर चंदन मधुको पुष्प शोणाक त्रिजात चीरक कुस्तुंभरण कृष्णाक धात्री कुष्ठं च पद्मकं एतान् अर्धफलान्येव दत्त्वा बुद्धिना पचेत्. So in this condition, it is very difficult to make avaleha. You require expertise for that. There are chances that it may become burnt. That is one. Or there are chances that water remains in that, and then it can get spoiled. So exactly what time one should take it off from the heat, that is to be understood properly. Now, previously we did Chavanprash with this method under the guidance of Esa Kashikar, and we never understood what exactly he was seeing and in the Leha Kalpana. And but his park was always perfect. There was no problem with the Chavanprash whatsoever. But if we try to do it, then it may become spoiled or something like that. So later on, we adopted the other method of making pakka pak with the Vatha and Bharjana of Amalak, Indruta, and Taila, and then mixing this together. But Esa Kashikar was expert even in this kind of path, and how to have proper judgment that the path is proper is a bit difficult process in that. And he was a T plus, so he was very much confident and very much expert in that. And he didn't miss the proper stage. And generally, it used to be very late in the night, 2, 3 o'clock or something like that. He was staying nearby, so whenever we asked him, he would come at Kodakkar's house. And this used to be the scenario every time. So, yeah, in the morning at 2, 3 o'clock, that will be the final stage. And this was very difficult. Anyway, so प्रातरुत्थाय लह्योऽयं पश्चात् क्षीरेण भोगे सर्वकृच्छ्रेषु मेषु रक्तपित्ते हलीमके. Maybe the Raktapitta and Halimaka we try to use this. So Shatavari Guda is available by IMPCA. What is IMPCA? Hello. So the Falashruti is also ending over here. Okay. Shatavari Mula Swarasa, Vanadaka Ikshurasa, Kruta. Prepare Leya with about drugs to be Kustumbaro Krishna Dhatri Kushta Padmaka. So this is to be eaten in the morning, and then it is to be followed by Kshirashana. So whatever is to be eaten is to be eaten with Kshira. Here he is saying milk diet is advised. Sarvamuttara Kuchra Meha Raktavitta and Halima. Shatavari Guda 2. There is no point in reading this. So let us go to the next page. Sarvasraveshu Pujitam. Murcha Meha Raktapitta Halimaka Kamala and Sarvasrava. So Shatavari Sita Shrunti Pippali Yashti Ela Gokshura Rasanjana Bhumitala Kanda Ushira Patha Vidari Sariva Bhumyamala Sharkara Tupala arrowroot powder is tola. Dhruta. Prepare lay with the above drugs taken in the specified quantity. Sarva Mutra, Sarva Murcha, Meha, Raktapitta, Halimaka, Kamala, and Shul. So whether this is available in the market or not, that may be understood. गुणाढकेन संसृज्य शतावर्या रसाढकं वृतप्रस्थं समावाप्य शनैर्बुद्ध्वग्निना पचेत् विश्वेला मुसली पाठा स्वदंष्टा सारिवाद्वयैः वस्वज्झणा विदारीभिर्मागधी मधुकादृशैः अक्षांशैश्चूर्णितैः सम्यक् लेहो सिद्धेवतारिते कुडवञ्च तुगाक्षीर्या शर्करायाश्चतुष्फलं तल्लेहं सुरगुप्तं च सप्तरात्रं विधापय गुडाधक शतवर्या रसाढक कृतप्रस्थ उद्वग्नापचे and then these are to be added चूर्णितैः विश्व एला मुसली पाठा शोधांशा सारिवाद्वय वस्वंधना what is that I don't know विदारिभिः मागधी मधुकादृशैः अक्षांशैश्चूर्णितैः सम्यक् लेहो सिद्धेवतारिते कुडवञ्च तुगाक्षिर्या शर्कराया चतुष्फलम् so this is to be added later so the Shruti is right प्रलीयात् प्रातरुत्थाय यथाग्निमलमातुरः विंशतिं मित्रकृच्छाणां प्रमेहाणां च विंशतिः वातपित्तम् असृक्पित्तं मूढवातं हलीमकं शतक्षयं पाददाहं कामिलाम् उद्धतामते यौनिदोषं रजोदोषम् अस्थिस्रावम् असृक्करम् वातपित्तकृतान् रोगान् तथान्यानपि नाशयेत् शतावरी गुणाख्यं तु रसायनमनुत्तमम् So let us see whether this part is available in the market. So Yoni dosha, Rajo dosha, Astisrava is again this Shweta Pradara, Rakta Pradara, Vatavitta Krutana Rogan, Athanyan Apinashe, Shatavari Gudakan to Rasayana Manuttama. This is also very good Rasayana. And Mutra Kuruchra and Prameha Vimshati, this is like Chandraprabha. Dehanti Vimshati Mehan Krishnan Chashtavidantata. Ashtavidha Kruchra and here it is Vimshati Kruchra. Vatapittam Asrupittam. मूढ़वातं हलीमकं शतं क्षयं पाददाहं कामिलाम् उद्धतामपि उद्धतकामला शतावरी स्वरस गुड prepare pack then add gurta one prastha it has to be added right from the beginning vishwashunti ela musali patha sarivadvaya ushira bhumyamalaki vidari magadhi maduka adrija shilajatu sugakshiri kudava sharkara internally early in the morning for 7 days सर्वमूत्रकृच्छ विंश 20 types of prameha vata pitta rakta pitta मूढ़वात हलीमक क्षत क्षय पाद दाह कामला योनि दोष रजो दोष अस्थिस्राव असृग्धर vata pitta roga so Farashruti is really very wide and this is Shatavari Goda part 3 part 3 so maybe we try to see whether this is available in the market or prepare it. Would not be very difficult to prepare. Ellam tippalyadit leyham. So Sharkara 24 pala jala 3 serlu. Ellam tilak. Tippali pippali. Vaindappalam. Badar. 1 pala each. Loha. Shunti. Makshika. Sharkara. So Loha and Makshika both are there. Prepare the leyham with avos drugs taken in the specified quantity is allowed to cool well and then add 1/2 prastha madhu and stir well and then administer it internally in the morning. Arshas, Pliha and Pandu. So this should be good for Pandu that is very well. But Arshas and Pliha as such. Astisrava is Shvetaprada that I have seen long back. Chinchadi Leyham. Prapuncho Jirna Chincha पञ्च जीर्णगुणस्य च दशलोहस्य किट्टस्य द्वौ बिल्वविडङ्गयोः चीनोषणत्र्यूषणानां श्रेष्ठा जीरकयुग्मयोः त्रिजातयष्टिरास्तानां जातिफलदलस्य च एतेषां पृथगर्धार्थं योजयन्नतिमान् विषक् एतच्चिंसादिकं नाम लेह्यं माक्षिकसेवितं तक्रेण वा रुचिकरं दीपनं पाण्डुनाशनम् स्वगादिशिशु पीतत्वं दाहतृष्णोष्णकामिलाः अम्लकं श्वासवैगन्ध्यं घोरानन्याश्च वायुजान् दशरात्रान् अतिक्रान्तं ज्वरं चाशु निवर्तये. So here also the Falashruti is quite wide. जीर्ण चिंस ओल्ड tamarind तन प्रकुंच 4 तोलान जीर्ण गुड़ 5 प्रकुंच लोह 10 प्रकुंच किट्ट मानव मंडूर 10 प्रकुंच बिल्व विडंग चीनोषण दवंग त्र्यूषण श्रेष्ठा त्रिफला जीरक युग्म जीरक एंड कृष्ण जीरक त्रिजातक यष्टि रास्ता जाति फल दल half prakuncha each. Take the above drugs in a store them preserve press container. दीपन पांडु कामला दाह तृष्णा उष्ण कामला अम्लपित्त श्वास दौर्गंध्य वातरोग पुराण ज्वर. But I'm not sure what is the preparation. How is the preparation? There is no gurta in this. There is a pak with the guda as such. There is no mention of a pak. Bilbo Vidangayo, Chinosham Trishana, Chinsadikam Nama Lehyam, Makshika Sevitam, Takrenava, Ruchikaram Deepanam Pandunasham. So it seems that there is no paka of this, just Buddha to be mixed and Buttika kind of thing is to be done. Purana got 5 parts. संहिता नंतरच्या ग्रंथांमध्ये एखाद्या कल्पाची फलश्रुती कशी डिसाइड करत असावी. This is a big question. And there might be a tradition about that. And somebody has formulated shlokas for that. But it's difficult to say that what might be the rationale behind this. And then there are Malayalam pathas as well. So this is again something to be understood separately. By the way, the traditional medicine, which is derived from the Samhitas or something like that, this is again a matter of, we can say, thought process. Now, initially, when ISTAN was established, so International Association of Traditional Asian Medicine, that was the long form of ISTAN. And there was a big debate whether Ayurveda should be called as a tradition or as a science. And this was international convention. And ultimately, they arrived at tradition. So this is the traditional medicine or something like that. And allopathy is scientific medicine that is in the minds of all people. And this is the traditional, and by tradition, we may say that it has transcended from older generations to newer generation. That's all. It doesn't have a firm scientific base. That was the basic issue. So there was a lot debate on this, whether it's just traditional medicine or this is a scientific medicine as such. And ultimately, the people at that time accepted it as traditional medicine. That was the scenario. Now, Dahadishu Chandanam Rudham Agama Purvakam. What Vagbhata says that the Rudhi of Chandana for Daha, etc. This is Agama Purvaka. So he gives importance to the Agama Shabda Pramana. And later on, the traditions may lose their contact with the original text. And then what remains is only Todga or something like that, Nuskha. And that is why it becomes a tradition. But if, according to Vagbhata, this is happening because of some scientific base behind, so there can be two kinds of traditions. One of which tradition, the scientific base can be traced, and something in which we cannot find a scientific base. If we look into Charaka Sutrasthan first chapter, Oshadi Nama Rupabhyam Janate Yashapavana Evupashya Gopashya Shanyavanavasa. Now this is peculiarly traditional medicine or folklore as what it is called. And Nama and Rupa, this is known by this Ajapa, Gopa, etc. So those who are looking after these pet animals, they know because they wander and by some way they understand these. But this is not sufficient. So Yogamasam Tuyo Vidya Desha Kalopapaditam Purusham Purusham Viksha Sadniya Vishagatam. One who understands Desha Kala Upapadita Yoga of these herbs, etc. And Purusham Purusham Viksha. In each individual, it's not only the generalized use of these, but individualized use of this Sadnaya Vishagatam. That should be understood as Vaidya, good Vaidya, as such. So, whether these traditions have also arisen from scientific base. Now, if we try to look into the database of Charaka Samhita or whatever it may be, Falini, Mulini, etc., yeah, given so many Falini, so many Mulini, etc. So this is a restricted database. And Nanaushadhi Bhutam Jagati Kinchit Pashananartha Yoga, that is different aspects. So there exists nothing in the world which is not medicine or something like that. So these traditions and the scientific base. Now, when we say scientific base, we have to give some rationale for that. So we Vipak Prabhav and action on dosha, dhatu, mala, etc. And this is very difficult to understand for each dravya that exists in the universe or something like that. But the Shastra says that this is possible, that every dravya is medicine or something like that. Idam agama siddhatva pratyaksha phaladarshanat mantravatsa prayaktavyam nam mimamsthim tathan kathanchana. So this is just for following whatever has been given in the text, but may not restrict. There can be varieties of categories of Vedas. One, he often say that these are Panchashana Mahakashaya Alamanu Vyavaharaya Mandabuddhina and Anuktartha Jnanaya Buddhimata. So those which have not been said, the intellect person may understand them from these. And Mandabuddhi can practice on these. So there is always a scope later about this, and there is always a scope later on for more addition, more understanding for an intellect person. So this has remained a controversial issue. Whether whatever has been said in the text, that only Ayurveda. As I said, Shastra is our text. Vidya is explanation by the Guru. And then this might be different. And still there can be different traditions about this in different areas. Coming from Shastra. So tradition would be a part of Vidya as such. And later on, when only tradition remains and the part associated with it, the scientific part associated with it is lost, then this becomes a nuska or nuska or just a medicine like that. And even then somebody may put it like that and toda and may convert it into shlokas. That is also possible. There was a big advertisement of Aushadhi Bar around say, 25-30 years before. Hindustan's Vaidyaraj Arthat Aushadhi Bar or something like that. And three eminent Ayurvedic practitioners from Pune itself. The medicine that they were using were collected in that. And this was for common public to use. I also purchased it. I don't know, remember the publication now. But how many people purchased it and how many people tried to use it? Huh? Daji Shastri Pade was one of the authors, but there were three actually. Shankar Daji Shastri Pade. And Vanaushadhi Gunadarsha, this is one from Shankar Daji Shastri Pade. That is 7 volumes. And Shankar Daji Shastri Pade was in a way who started this Tadvidya Sambhasha of Ayurveda in India in 1907, when there was nothing like this. He started gathering Vaidyas together and having discussions on varieties of things. So this Vanaushadhi Gunadarsha is again a book compilation, and it throws light on varieties of things. So you have also had Aushadhi Bar. I purchased it, but unfortunately, this has been destroyed by termite in our old house. So I don't have that now. But it might be available. I'm not sure whether it is available or not. And there can be some good formulae still available and which can be used. Hardikar Vaidya in Ahmedabad was a treasure of these kinds of. So whenever I had an opportunity to have discussions with him and learn from him, his cases were very strange, and the medicine that he used also were very strange and such. But he followed Sharangar more, not Charksushupakata. So, what I feel right now that these are two things, and now is again the trend of this practice, and what is said to be nuske or something like that. And truly speaking, one should try to understand the scientific base of that. For a while, it is better that to get results, you use it, but then try to understand what is the scientific base behind that. There are many Vaidyas who just follow Guru's thought process for treatment without any understanding. And though this is successful in the practice, still, if we really want to keep it as science, then one should try to understand the rationale behind that on the basis of science and such, and which comes from Charaka itself, to a certain extent from Sushruta. Vagbhata again maybe little bit of philosophy, but there is rationale in Vagbhata as well. But in later texts, Sharandar, Yogaratnakar, Bhavaprakash, Sahasra Yogam, and all, there is absolutely no rationale behind thought process. Just the Patha and the Falashruti, Patha and Falashruti, or something like that. So no doubt, as I said, I started reading this just because this is practically useful and the medicines are available in the market. So let us try using them, and then later on try to understand the rationale behind that. So anyway, what I feel that after completing this, we may go for Madhavanidan Badakoshtika for the first chapter, just to understand the samprapti of a disease and dosha dhatu mala, etc., etc. Now this will be wide thinking by me. I have taught this many times before, but with this scenario or with this much of experience, practical experience, I may try to understand the rationale behind the Yukti Pramana in the formation of a disease, and not only the textual diseases, but the diseases like cancer, etc., which have not been described by the text. And then we try to go again for the rationale in the understanding of the Chikitsa Yogas and such. And may select a text like this Sahasra Yoga. There is one text, Madhava Chikitsa, I don't know whether it is available online or not, associated with Madhava Nidana and such. But we may select some other text. And actually, Bhaishyaja Ratnavali is also a good text, but still, the Sanskrit in Bhaishyaja Ratnavali is doubtful. So there might be difficulties in understanding the translation or the text as such. And it may become difficult. Some question is about the falashruti of different proprietary preparations available in market. Same question. Yeah, that is also possible. I had a very strange experience. I got a phone call from a pediatrician, allopathic pediatrician, that he said he has been invited to teach the medical representatives of Ayurvedic pharmacy. And he said that it will not be possible for him to talk about Ayurveda, so you better also join me and let us see. So this was a very strange thing for me. Generally, whenever an MR comes to us, he does a pocket punch. He has memorized what is the formulation, what is the use, etc., etc. Keeps the pamphlet open and keeps on uttering. Ultimately, he has to show to his company that he has visited this particular doctor or Vaidya. He gives the card, visiting card, submits to the company, and has made his duty. That convincing the doctor to prescribe those medicines, etc. Now, this fellow, MR, is generally from other field. It has nothing to do with Ayurveda or allopathy or something. These are generally MBA people, marketing people. They neither know allopathy, neither nor know Ayurveda. And they are just taught for that. Now, it was Alarsin Company who had organized this training program for these MR people. So I went there and then I asked about their background of the MR. Some are BSc and MBA, some are BA and MBA, BCom and MBA, anything. MBA was common, but any degree, previous degree, and then MBA, etc. And as I said, they didn't have any qualification associated with medical field. They didn't know anything about Ayurveda. And just because they wanted to have that employment, and this was the need of the company. Then I tried to understand who has formulated this. Now, Alarsin has many drugs, and those are being sold on a large scale. And Alarsin company never approached any Vaidyas. They always approached only allopathic doctors. Maybe BAMN is practicing allopathy or MBBS in other doctors, higher qualification doctors. And those who don't know anything about Ayurveda, they prescribe the medicine and get the results. That is the scenario. Surprisingly, what I found that the formula which has been taken into the market was designed by a non-Vaidya person. So it was not something like that, that some textual formula is taken and then permutations and combinations are done like that. So मूल पाठात किंचितही बदल करून केला असेल तर तो ग्रंथोक्त नाव वापरण्यास बंदी असली पाहिजे. ज्या पाठानुसार औषध बनवले असेल त्याचा पूर्ण पट्टा छापण्यासाठी सक्ती असली पाहिजे. Actually, what happens, this Chyawanprash is there, okay. If you make some change in the formula and you brand it as Swamala, it's nothing to Chavan granules or whatever form you say or something like that. This is for avoiding the competition. If we are selling the same Chyawanprash and then there are many other pharmacies producing Chyawanprash and there is a vast difference in the price of your Chyawanprash and that Chyawanprash, etc., etc. Then who will buy your Chyawanprash? Only those people who are convinced that it is of great quality, they will buy it. Others people may not buy it or something like that. So Rajwadi Chyawanprash with Raupya and Suvarna. Where is the Raupya and Suvarna in Chyawanprash? But this has been marketed and people buy it. So proprietary medicines don't have wide range of indication, mostly allopathy, logic and specific indication. That is true. There was one German student in front of Vaidyanathan. There was one bottle lying on the table. Ayurvedic proprietary medicine was written on that. He just picked it up and then asked Nanal sir whether this is Ayurvedic. So Nanal sir was puzzled. Then he asked, why you are asking this question? It is written that it is Ayurvedic medicine, proprietary Ayurvedic medicine. Then he raised a question that if it is Ayurvedic medicine, then the indication should be from Ayurvedic, Shwasa, Kasa, etc. It says asthma and bronchitis, etc. Now, this is true that nobody is going to understand Shwasa, Kasa, etc. If we are marketing the drug to allopathic practitioners, maybe BAMS graduates, but practicing allopathy, he's not going to understand Kasa, Shwasa, etc. And allopathic doctors are, of course, not going to understand. So, what they try to do, they are using this Todga. They are using it as like Todga only. They don't have any scientific base for that. And they don't have any selection process. Only what the MRI says they try to use. If they get results, they continue. That is the scenario right now. And these formulations are not done by any doctor. These are done by a layman. That was more strange thing in this. And still they are widely used, they are very popular, and they are very effective. That is again important. Proprietary medicine la GST पण 12.5% as compared to 5% of classical. Sandu had changed many names like Asivin for Audumbaravale. Yeah. So if you make little change and then say that this is not the textual part, altered part, that's what they say, or something like that. And they can sell it with their own brand name, and whatever price they want to charge, they can charge. That is the thing. Only thing is, rigorous marketing is required for this kind of thing. So you have to spend more on marketing. If it's a textual part, then any Vaidya can pick it up and any Vaidya can practice it, use it. There is no need of marketing. But as compared to allopathic practitioners, how many Ayurvedic practitioners are there? But they are not even 1%. So it's better to attract 99% other people who are practicing allopathy but are in trouble in varieties of diseases and they want some alternatives to be used. And this is made available in a very new form, etc., etc., acceptable or rather we can say attractive form. And the ingredients are written in so small size, nobody can read it. And people feel that this is allopathic medicine and it works. Anyway, ultimately, if something works, then that is fine, but it works. And so people are happy, company is happy, and people are also happy, doctors are also happy, or something like that. So when the number of Ayurvedic practitioners will increase, then there will be better days for traditional medicine, that the textual medicines as such. There are so many products popular by proprietary name, people don't, it's a classical medicine. For example, Migracort Pathyadi Kadha tablet, Osteocort, Ratnapanchak Ayurvedic doctor, becoming like allopathy taught by Emma. These are not really Ayurvedic practitioners. Ayurvedic practitioners will try to understand the rationale behind the combination and then use it. But one thing is certain that if you know this proprietary medicines, then these are very widely available everywhere in the world. Then that works better. For example, Himalaya Drug Company is selling its product across globe, and many of the products are single drugs, herbs. So a person in US may get ashwagandha tablet in US itself. So if we understand ashwagandha properly and can use it as a single drug, then that is fine. You can prescribe ashwagandha in US and they will get it over there. Like Himalaya, there are no other companies who are selling across the globe and particularly by original name or something like that. But this facility is made available like this. And in India, there are say Jandu Pharmacy, etc., which are selling across India, because this Trishum tablet, etc., etc. So your patient might be anywhere. You can go to allopathic medical shop and get Ayurvedic medicines like this. There is a possibility. So one should be able to know what are the products available in the market and then may try to prescribe it. Whether he should use it in his own clinic or not, that still remains a question. But this Niri tablet or Niri syrup, then this Alarkan tablet for allergic urticaria, etc., that also I'm using. These are good combinations and easily available. That is another important aspect. So I think we try to understand these formulations separately on the scientific basis as such. But then drugs are also available in US and other countries. I heard, don't know. And I'm doubtful about that. But if it is available, that is fine. The Kerala medicines are available, particularly in UAE, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, everywhere. Kerala medicines, AVP, AVS, etc., are available because there are more Kerala doctors, Ayurvedic doctors in UAE. So somewhere some drugs are available. That is one of the important aspects. Now we have to treat acute cases or complicated cases in their countries with whatever drugs that are available or something like that. Unless and until you treat challenging cases, you will not get name and fame. That is very true. So the mindset of the society will change only when there are astonishing results with whatever you do. One of the ways is to send medicines from India. Dr. Chauhan, Pratap Chauhan, what he is doing? He's doing this telemedicine technique, and he has a pharmacy, and varieties of drugs are being produced, and he exports them, all these medicines, throughout the world. Very famous for that, Jiva. And his business we cannot consider, cannot imagine. He spent 25,000 or even more to BMS candidates for 8 hours, and they are all constantly engaged. So, what kind of business does he have, that one may understand? Lot of difference in proprietary medicines of traditional Ayurveda pharmacies and non-Ayurveda pharmacies also later are very doubtful and for marketing purposes only. No, that is true. They are definitely into this as a business. This is not something associated with the Shastra or something like that. But anyway, if they are honest in manufacturing and following proper ways, then that should be fine. There can be shortcuts taken by these medicine, by these pharmacies, and this itself becomes a very big troublesome thing for us. Whenever there are cases of some poisoning, particularly lead poisoning by Ayurvedic medicines, Ayurveda is blamed. So why should be there shortcuts like this taken by the companies? It is very troublesome for them and it is very troublesome for the field of Ayurveda as such. So what I think, I don't know, there is one association, ADMA, Ayurvedic Drug Manufacturing Association, and there are regular meetings of this ADMA held. I don't know what do they discuss about that. Most of the time they are discussing about the endangered species, the availability of raw material, the alternatives for raw material. When Google is now not available, shall I Google or something like that? And Vamshalakshana is not available. What is to be used in that, etc., etc. So there are always discussions on this, or the availability of Kasturi, etc., or for that matter, Ifena and Banga, etc., etc. But are they really discussing on these matters, textual medicines and propagated medicine? I'm not sure. And this is driven by corporate sector. So the sole interest of all these is gain money. That's all. Create money. So, but we cannot ignore this thing, and emergence of pharmaceutical company are changing mindset of society. They want medicine in packing with its details, manufacturing, batch number, prices, etc. It may affect emerging Vaidya economically. Only source of income remains Panchakarma and consulting, not possible for everyone to manufacture as a brand name. Now there is a big move that is being taken by the pharmacies that, like allopathy, there should be no dispensing by Vaidyas. And this is going to be a very big threat if it realizes. And they say that we are manufacturing it with proper precautions and etc. etc. And how can we trust a Vaidya for this or something like that? So किडनी स्टोनसाठी एक प्रोप्रायटरी मेडिसिन आहे, कंपनीचं नाव नाही लक्षात आता, पण शिलाजीत आणि कुळीत सोबत वापरले असतात. Okay, so this is Kulathan Kakamachincha. This should be avoided with Shilajatu. As I said, if this is prepared by layman who doesn't know the Shastra, then these kind of things can happen very well happen or something like that. So this is a big question, big issue, how to address this properly and what should be the motivation. Now the market of Ayurvedic drugs is growing at a very fast pace as such. And this is a good thing for us, this is a bad thing for us. Both the things are there. So whether we are interested in such kind of spread of Ayurveda or we are interested in the spread of Ayurveda through proper Vaidyas. Truly speaking, proper Vaidyas is a better choice. And so concentrating on educating Vaidyas through original text is the solution. But at the same time, we may not ignore all these aspects as such, and particularly the financial aspects associated with this economical growth, etc., etc. And if this is bringing wealth to the not only to the company, not only to Ayurveda, not only to that Vaidya, but to the country as such. Niri tablet that is easily available. The formula is quite big. Some Keralian company prepares it, widely used for Ashmari and kidney failure also. And as I said, this is easily available even in Pune. So I also prescribe it. So anyway, we'll continue tomorrow and conclude today. आयुर्वेद प्रकाण्डो निगदित इह हि शल्यतन्त्रप्रधानः शिष्येभ्यः शाश्वतोऽयं निखिलजनकृपा व्याप्तचित्तेन येन आयुर्वेदस्य वाञ्छन् पुनरपि भुवने ताञ्च सुष्ठुः प्रतिष्ठां श्रेष्ठं धन्वन्तरिं तं प्रणमति च सदा वैद्यवर्गो हि नूनम् वैद्यवर्गो हि नूनम् विरम्यते व्याख्यानव्यापारः श्वः पुनर्मिलिष्यामः। अधिक अधिक मास मध्ये औषधीच्या गुणवर्धन बाबतीतही काही रेफरन्स आहे का? I'm not sure. अधिकस्याधिकं फलं, that is what it said, but I'm not sure whether there is something